Welcome to your daily stock market summary from MarketSnap. Hey everyone, buckle up because today's market action is a wild ride with geopolitical tensions steering the wheel. We've got a lot to unpack with the Iran conflict shaking things up, so let's dive right into the chaos and opportunities that defined this trading day. First off, the big story dominating headlines is the escalating U.S.-Iran conflict. With President Trump's deadline for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz looming, markets are on edge. Reports of the U.S. bombing Karg Island, a key oil facility, have sent shockwaves through energy markets. Analysts are warning of a potential sustained energy crisis if tensions don't ease, which could spike fuel costs and hit consumer spending hard. Yet some experts argue this oil shock isn't as dire as past crises since the U.S. is more energy independent now. Still, with over half of global oil flows at risk, this is the wild card we're all watching. Let's check the pulse of the major indexes amidst this uncertainty. The Dow Jones took a hit today, slipping a bit as investors brace for potential fallout from the Middle East. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq showed some resilience with a tiny uptick, buoyed by tech strength, and the S&P 500 also managed a slight gain, hovering in positive territory for the month. Volatility is definitely in the air, with the VIX jumping significantly, signaling investor nerves are frayed. Zooming in on the S&P 500, we're seeing a market that wants to push higher, despite the geopolitical noise. Some analysts are pointing to compressed multiples and resilient earnings as reasons to stay optimistic for a potential rebound, even after a rough March. But with oil prices climbing and war risks lingering, a deeper pullback isn't off the table if key technical levels break. Over on the Nasdaq, tech continues to be a mixed bag, but a key driver. Despite broader market jitters, there's still confidence in innovation-driven segments. Goldman Sachs is even calling this a generational buying opportunity for beaten-down tech stocks, so for long-term investors, this could be a moment to start building a watch list. Now let's spotlight some standout performers. Among large caps, Intel surged today, riding high on news of joining Elon Musk's Terafab project alongside Tesla and SpaceX, a big win for its foundry ambitions. Advanced Micro Devices also posted strong gains, continuing to benefit from the AI supercycle narrative. And in the energy space, companies like Equinor are seeing lifts as oil prices boil over geopolitical heat. On the flip side, we've got some heavyweights dragging down the mood. Tesla took a notable tumble, reflecting investor concerns over weaker-than-expected delivery numbers. ASML also slipped despite its critical role in the AI chip boom as broader tech sentiment wavers. And General Motors wasn't spared either, feeling the pressure from macro uncertainty. Looking at the most active stocks by volume, Nvidia remains a hot ticket with steady trading interest, even as it navigates a choppy market. Tesla, despite its drop, is also seeing massive activity as investors debate its next move. And Intel's volume spiked with the Terafab buzz, showing the market's keen eye on its strategic pivots. As for the big market movers, Netflix caught some bullish sentiment ahead of earnings, with big money reportedly turning positive on its outlook. Palantir is also holding strong with growth despite skepticism, while Petrobras and BP are riding the energy wave as oil tensions mount. These names are shaping the narrative right now, so keep them on your radar. Over the past week, some large caps have really shined. Garmin led the pack with a massive jump, showing strength in industrials. Lumentum Holdings and AppLovin also posted double-digit gains, fueled by tech and digital trends. And let's not forget Occidental Petroleum, benefiting from the energy sector's hot streak. Conversely, the past week wasn't kind to everyone. Genuine Parts saw a steep drop, reflecting challenges in consumer cyclical spaces. Rivian and Blue Owl Capital also faced significant declines, hit by broader market rotations and risk-off sentiment. These are names to watch for potential bargains if the dust settles. Shifting gears to earnings, this week's calendar has some heavy hitters lined up. BlackRock is set to report, and with its massive asset management footprint, any commentary on market conditions could sway sentiment. Delta Airlines is also on deck, and with oil prices soaring, their input on fuel costs will be critical. CarMax and Levi Strauss are worth watching too, as consumer spending trends come into focus. You can find exclusive earnings transcript summaries on MarketSnap, So be sure to check those out for deeper insights into what these companies are saying about the road ahead. Wrapping up with sector performance over the past week, industrials topped the charts with solid gains, reflecting strength in infrastructure plays. Consumer cyclicals also showed life, hinting at pockets of spending resilience. And energy, no surprise, continues to outperform as geopolitical risks keep oil in focus. On the weaker end, healthcare lagged behind, weighed down by regulatory and cost pressures, despite some positive Medicare rate news. Utilities and financials also underperformed slightly as investors rotate into riskier bets amidst the uncertainty. That's a wrap for today's stock market summary from MarketSnap. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stick with us for daily updates, in-depth summaries, and SWOT analyses to keep your investment game sharp. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and we'll see you tomorrow for more market insights. Stay savvy, folks.